Japan is getting spit roasted by natural disasters, and any color says, hold my beer. What the fuck? What the fuck? I can't even. I just can't even. It's like, okay, Pomu is going to be out the door. So, Sellen's going to be immediately right after her. And fucking Ninja Sanji Ian's going to be fucking dead. Oh, God. Okay. Proper clown world. President Clinton is a key person. Epstein files finally unsealed. So, good old Slick Willie. Slick Willie is on Epstein's list to the surprise of no one. Talking heads on Twitter. Let's see. A lot of people on it. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, so the list of people have been floating around so far on the Epstein list. It's not really surprising, most of them. What I am surprised about the Epstein list thus far is other people's surprise that Stephen Hawking is on it. Maybe because I'm an old fart, I remembered all the times Stephen Hawking cheated on his wife before, during, and after he had ALS. As crippled as he was, Stephen Hawking was cheating on his wife. Let that sink in. So the fact that he was part, like the fact that Hawking was on the Epstein list and liked them young, surprisingly, it's just like, I'm not surprised. Okay, there's a couple of New York migrant articles this week. New York City Mayor Eric Adams warns immigrants will soon be sleeping on streets. I wonder whose fault that is. Let's see. The Democrat issued a warning in an interview on Fox 5 New York on January 2nd. We're not saying we're out of room as a soundbite. We're out of room literally. People are going to be eventually sleeping on the streets. This is a national problem. It's unfair for local municipalities and cities to handle this problem. Hey! Was it unfair for the border towns to deal with that? Was it unfair then? What was your opinion on that there, Mr. Adams? They won't be sleeping for long given it's winter. Yeah, fuck them. we have to be extremely careful because not everyone that's coming is pursuing the American dream. Oh, you mean they're not sending their best? You meaning it's not all just refugees and women and children? The devil, you say? Let's see. We had to do this because it's an emergency and a lot of people are coming in that have no idea what's going on. They were just given a bus ticket to come here or a plane ticket to come here and they don't know where else to go. It's just like, fucking hell. Oh, God. Clamp down immigrant buses. We're going to come back to that there in another article. Not only are they going to be finding bus companies, they're going to get stupid. I got something in my eye. Eyelash? Sleep? The fuck are you? I live. Okay. The five strangest features of the modern left. This is a essay, and it's mostly stuff that we've seen before. But again, I will hammer this home as many times as I feel like it because it never stops being relevant. Written by Jeffrey Tucker via the Epoch Times, the political left that I came to know in college, the one that rallied around free speech, reason over fate, Fairness to all and peace seem to evaporate completely. I barely recognize what has replaced it. Truth is, I cannot make heads or tails of it. It seems like this chaotic assembly, seemingly random biases, all shoved together in a package, a grab bag of bizarre and dangerous. This is by design. I know this. You know this. And this guy's starting to learn this. Okay, here's 5 oddest doctrines you find left that make zero sense. Russia. Because as far as the left goes, back in the day, so to summarize this, back in the day, the left was all about Russia because communism. But over the last few years, all of a sudden, the left is like, Russia is the devil. Russia is Satan incarnate. When not too long ago, Russia was the be all end all of communism. Funny how that works. Those look like Chinese talisman scripts. Oh, God, they do. Okay. Let's see. Next item on the list, oil, gas, and coal. Okay, so back in the day, the left was all about industry. So, like, progress would solve all of life's problems. Trust science and technology to solve all the world problems and stuff. And of course, this would have to be fueled via fossil fuels. But now, with the climate death cult and stuff, suddenly this stuff is now bad, and they have to rail against it. Okay, gender transitions. Okay, so the crux of this one, at this point here, is that the left was traditionally about equality and not what now has morphed into equity. But back in the day, they were all like women's suffrage, the first and second wave feminism and stuff, like women's rights and all that jazz and stuff. But now you can now they have problems defining what a woman is and allowing men into women's spaces and dominating said spaces. Shocking. Let's see, free speech. So, the left traditionally back in the day was all about free speech, the First Amendment, and all that stuff. But nowadays, you talk with any tanky these days, it's like, okay, you disagree with me, I'm going to shut you down. It's like you're committing thought crime, you are to be shut down. That's the left nowadays. This one has always tickled my fancy. This one has always made me chuckle. The working class. So again, going back to communism, back in the day, the leftists were all about communism, aka the worker. But now they're all every single one of them nowadays is a champagne socialist in that, oh, fuck the worker. Fuck that. It's like, fuck the coal miners, fuck the truck drivers, you know, uh, modern leftist socialists are like, what the fuck is this hammer and sickle industry and farming? What's this nonsense? That's the mentality of these children. And of course, this guy is finally coming to terms with the goalpost has moved. Like I didn't become an extremist. You guys left me, kind of thing. Many such cases. Review shows COVID-19 vaccine significantly more deadly than flu shots. This is my surprise face. I am surprised at this revelation. I'm not. An analysis of vaccine adverse event reporting system VAERS data indicates that COVID-19 vaccines are significantly more deadly than the flu vaccine, according to Senator Ron Johnson, Republican, Wisconsin. Reviews conducted by the senator's staff and involve a certain level of assumption given no publicly available data exists regarding how many flu vaccine doses were administered in the United States over the past 10 years. In addition to this, the article doesn't cover this, but in addition to this, the system is a little fucky wucky in that when the system went into hyperdrive after the implementation of the gene therapy uh, from Moderna and Pfizer and all them and stuff, the Verus system magically started eating up a lot of information. So a lot of that data went into a black hole, or you weren't able to enter in that information. They wouldn't let you. So not only is there a lot of information missing for the flu vaccine, they're missing from all the gene therapy stuff too. So uh, I question whatever data set they managed to scrape together from this. But the fact of the matter is, they're like, something's fucky wucky here. You mean we're lied to? Many such cases. It's almost like there's a recurring theme in a lot of these topics I cover. Let's see. There's a shockingly difference, and the only adds the growing evidence the safety signals are screaming to be taken seriously. Yeah, right. When it comes to responding to my data requests on the adverse events associated with COVID 19 vaccines, your arrogant lack of transparency has been unprecedented, irresponsible, and completely unacceptable. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Instead of addressing my legitimate questions and requests for information, you and other public health officials continue to promote the COVID 19 vaccines as safe and effective and often use the number of vaccine doses administered as support for that misleading claim. Yeah, I kind of agree with that point and stuff. It's like, okay, how do how do I phrase this? Like you have a gun to your head and you have to do this thing. And the powers that be are saying, "Look, all these people are doing this thing. Clearly this is a good thing even though everyone has a gun to their head." That's what that is. Fuck them. Yada 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 yada. The results also showed more people are not likely to get vaccinated against COVID-19 this year. What a shock! Than the flu, with 60% of respondents saying they want more research conducted on the former shot. Just 24% said the same about the flu vaccine. Uh-huh. And we also covered last time about if you were like religiously taking the flu vaccine, just like the regular proper annual flu vaccine, you're still shooting yourself in the foot even on top of that. So it's just like, no matter how you slice it, it's just worth it not to bother. Okay, this one was pretty funny. You asked a stupid question. Vivek destroys Washington Post reporter who demanded a woke purity test. Vivek Ramaswamy took no shit from a Washington Post reporter this week whose demand for a woke fealty test was completely dismantled by the 2024 GOP candidate. I doubt he's actually going to get anywhere, but it's little moments like this here kind of make me go, I am entertained. You didn't say you condemn white supremacy, the reporter snarks. To which Ramaswamy replied, I'm not going to recite some catechism for you, adding, I'm not pledging allegiance to your new religion of modern wokeism, which actually fits the test. I'm not going to bend the knee to your religion. But do I condemn vicious racial discrimination? Yes, I do. Am I going to play your silly game of gotcha? No, I'm not. And frankly, this is why people have lost trust. I agree. Ramaswamy then told her that he knew she was going to go print the headline tomorrow. Ramaswamy refuses to condemn white supremacy because you asked a stupid question. Reality is, I condemn vicious racial discrimination in this country, but the kind of vicious and systemic discrimination we see today is discrimination on the basis of race in a very different direction. You want to know the best way to end discrimination on the basis of race? Stop discriminating on the basis of race. Wow. Someone has two brain cells to rub together. Unfortunately, his current ear. Plus 9? Oh, God. It's current year plus 9. Jesus fuck. I hate Clown World. You people have been responsible for dividing this country, breaking point, creating a projection of national division. He continued, and you, at your catechism, that you try to get politicians to whatever fake headline you're going to print on the basis of the conversation tomorrow. That's what's divided this country to breaking point. Shame on you. I agree. Okay. I've been seeing this coming for years. I'm sure everyone else has too. Like, here's a little history lesson. Back in the day, everyone pirated. Then Netflix came along. Netflix had the market locked down. I'm not normally about monopolies, but in this case, it actually worked. In that every single company on the face of the planet piped their content through Netflix. So all you had was one account, one subscription service to Netflix. But then everyone got the bright idea at the same fucking time to spin off all their content and paywall it behind their own services. Switched off. Streaming services cancellations rise as streamflation bites. How consumers feel about their favorite streaming services jacking up prices? It's like HBO Max, $15, Netflix, $13, Hulu, $12, Showtime, $11, CBS, $10, Prime, $9, Stars, $9, Disney, $7, Apple TV, $5. It's like total, damn near $100. It's like you were supposed to be cheaper than the cable. Yeah, that never happened. Even affluent people have started pirating again due to this shit. Exactly. It's like like honestly, like we saw like this. They almost. You're never gonna get rid of piracy. Much like you're never gonna get rid of racism and stuff. But there was this little sliver of time where it almost became irrelevant as an issue. It almost became irrelevant. But then they fucked it up. Now, in terms of these streaming services and whatnot, if they really wanted to get rid of piracy or do their damnedest to do so, what they should do is all get together as a cartel, because that's what they fucking are. Let's be real. Get together, say, okay, we're going to have one service price. And everyone's going to have to agree on that. But they're not going to, because they're in their mind they're going to be losing money, so they're never going to do it. But they could. God, they're so retarded. They are. They're just straight up retarded. Show customer defection across streaming services top 6.3% November, up from 5.1% a year earlier. You just see like a little dip, and then it's like woof, going up. And it said about 1/4 U.S. subscribers to these major platforms, also including Discovery Plus, Max, Paramount Plus, Peacock, Stars, have canceled at least 3 subscriptions in the past 2 years. This comes to streamflation hits consumers' wallets. It's like almost every service is jacking up their price, and on top of jacking up their prices, implementing commercials. So it's like the original sales pitch for cable and satellite TV was like, okay, you're paying a subscription service, so you're not going to get commercials. But then they rolled out commercials, and what do you see here with streaming services? Okay, you're going to pay a subscription service price, so, and you're not going to get commercials. But then they start rolling out commercials. Wow, that was like history is repeating itself. Color me surprised. I don't know. I've gone back. I I almost said I never had one of these services, but I have Amazon Prime, and I only did that for shipping. But I'm gonna let my Amazon Prime lapse this payment cycle because I don't buy nearly as much stuff online anymore. And damn if I've ever watched Amazon Prime. Anything from Amazon Prime I pirate anyway, so it's like, okay, what's the fucking point? Ooh, this one. Okay, this here gave me a good chuckle. Watch. Triple felon flies across Vegas courtroom, attacks lady judge. A Wednesday sentencing hearing in Las Vegas suddenly looked like football practice as the defendant leapt over the judge's bench and tackled her to the floor in the brazen blitz captured on video. Playing the role of aging quarterback with a weak offensive line was 62. I just fucking love the way this is written. Was 62-year-old Judge Mary Kay Holtis. The walk-in defensive tackle was 30-year-old Deobra Redden, who already pleaded guilty to attempted battery with substantial bodily harm and was in court to learn his punishment. Pay. It's like pay. The screen capture doesn't do it justice. I do have the video in the next tab. According to court documents, Redden last April threatened to bust the kneecaps of a man, resulting in substantially bodily harm. Redden was sent to state behavioral facility, but then declared competent for trial in October. He was previously imprisoned in 2015 for attempted theft and again in 2021 for domestic battery, according to corrections records cited by the New York Times. Redden's lawyer requested probation, but Holtis waved off the suggestion in light of his previous felony convictions. I appreciate that, but I think it's time he did a taste of something else because I just can't with that history, said Holtis. In accordance with the law of the state of... and fucking Leroy Jenkins Hunter. In the next instant, the courtroom turned to chaos as Redden heard shouting, "Oh, fuck that bitch!" And then he rushes to the judge's desk and easily soars over it, arms spread wide to envelop her and drag her to the floor. A man seated to a judge's left who doesn't appear to play a security role first looks stunned, but then mounts a very respectable effort to thwart Redden's beating of the elderly lady judge. Alongside a violent display of social decline, something of an apt metaphor plays out as the flags of America and Nevada collapse out of sight. That actually, I didn't know that the first time I saw the video, but then I watched it again and I was like, oh yeah, they do fall down. Yeah, that was really indicative of things. Officers rush to subdue Redden with one asking, "The fuck is wrong with you?" Redden doesn't relent, landing multiple punches on one of the officers. That in turn invites the hail of punches from the ad hoc team to join forces to bring the offender under control. Holtis hit her head, but was otherwise mostly unscathed. Sources told Las Vegas outlet 8 News How. However, one of the officers was sent to the hospital with a large gash on his forehead and was listed in stable condition. Thanks to his attack on the judge, Redden now has some new entries on his rap sheet. Battery of a protected person causing substantial harm. A video of mayhem went viral, including a creative interpretation. But, okay, whatever. So, okay. Just make sure that my audio is correct. Yeah, it should be fine.
I appreciate that, but I think it's time that he gets a taste of something else because I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court...
Oh, fuck that bitch! Hey! Oh, hey! 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 Judge, man, what the fuck wrong with you? Fuck! What's wrong with you? Oh, you're good, stop. Don't do this. Please. Hey, where's Mary Kay? Is she okay? Hey. Hey, can you fucking radio somebody? Yeah, give me all the hardcore. Fucking radio somebody. Oh my God.
Oh, Shane, man. Shane's out of the hospital.
Oh my gosh, dude. This fucking skin's hanging. No, come on, buddy. Call 911.
He jumped for you.
Hey, where's Mary Kay?
She's right here.
My ears are bleeding.
Yes.
Stay down. Get on the ground.
Please, God.
Is she talking? Yeah, right.
Oh, shit. Damn.
I got you.
I just want to see the fly again.
I appreciate that, but I think it's time that he gets a taste of something.
You press smoker with him.
I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court...
Oh, fuck that bitch. Hey. Hey.
I appreciate appreciate that, but I think it's time that he gets a taste of something else because I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court.
Hey! Whoa, whoa, hey!
Okay. All right. Moving to another level of gay. Harvard, out of the frying pan into the fire. Harvard may assume the forced resignation of his president, Claudine Gay, has finally ended his month-long scandal over her tenure. Gay stepped down, but remember amid serious allegations of serial plagiarism, without refuting charges, she proved either unable or unwilling to discipline those on her campus who were definitely anti-Semitic speech in action. But Gay's removal is not the end of Harvard dilemma; rather, is the beginning. What's the important part I want to get to? Okay, yeah. So even though she stepped down, Harvard's still going to bat to her because they're continuing to downplay all the plagiarism allegations. Well, okay, no, they're not allegations; they're actually verified. Like they're still downplaying all the plagiarism stuff. But on top of that, they gave her a professorship job, so she's still working for Harvard. She's not the president anymore. They thought they were going to be a little clever and do that on the sly. So it's just like, the fuck. It's like Harvard has learned nothing. In fact, Harvard is, what are we up to? Like quadrupling, quintupling down at this point? Eh. Okay, I like this part. Finally, Harvard insinuated that Gay was fired by racist outside pressure, despite the fact that many of her critics were large donors furious about the diminution of the reputation of their alma mater. Is Harvard suggesting that its own mega donors are racist? Again, I kind of joke about how many donors are Jewish because that's what started this whole thing. What might come next? The resignation of the entire board of Harvard Corporation as the ultimate cause of Harvard's descent in mediocrity? I doubt it. More gay news, I think. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I have a feeling this is going to just keep on going and going and going. Harvard is the gift that keeps on giving at this point. Jesus fuck. Okay, this one's actually interesting. Need water. Protests by angry Chinese workers surged to most in 7 years, posing a threat to Beijing's rule. Chinese workers staged twice as many protests to defend their rights in 2023 compared to the previous year, according to a Hong Kong-based human rights group. I'm surprised those still exist. As the Epoch Times note, China observes that much widespread demonstrations could lead to downfall of Chinese Communist Party. I doubt it. I'm rooting for them. I would like for it to happen, but I doubt it. Stranger things have happened, and never say never. So yeah, kind of like a little roller coaster of protest in China, but just like fucking skyrockets in 2023. I don't know. So I don't think anything's really going to come. Like, I honestly do not think the fall of the Chinese Communist Party is going to come about by a bunch of rabble rousers. Like, China is just fucked at this point. I don't see anything happening. It would be nice, but I doubt it. Okay, here's a real white pill. Philly police fired their diversity, equity, and inclusion officer this week. That's a little misleading, but we'll get to that. Thanks to help from Harvard's Claudine Gay. Can't get away from the gay. Jesus fuck. The gay follows us no matter where we go. Who was unable to condemn harassment on a campus against Jewish students that was later found to have plagiarized checks notes. What appears to be her entire body of academic work. It looks like, though, diversity, equity, and inclusion, wolf and sheep clothing is finally starting to be seen for what it is. Yes, but it's gonna be a little while before the system flushes out. That reverberation may have made its way to Philadelphia, where the crime and drug-ridden city once again attempting to make a swift change back to law order under newly sworn Mayor Cheryl Parker. Parker, widely acknowledged to be the most pro-police candidate of the Democratic choices of the city. That's almost like fucking these words. You use these words, but I don't think they mean what you think it means. And just hours before Parker was sworn into office, the Philadelphia Police Department's first diversity, equity, and inclusion officer, Leslie Marant, was fired, according to the report by the Philadelphia Inquirer. Almost as if when your hellscape of a city needs more police desperately, it doesn't matter what color, race, creed, or orientation they are. Go figure. I agree. I'm just keeping an eye on Proctor's server for the current Ninja Sanji going on. Fucking, oh god. Okay, focus. Under new leadership, restructuring, and realignment of the organization is coming. We want to express our sincere gratitude to Ms. Marant for her dedicated work and professionalism during her time with the PPD. But here's the crux. Despite the firing, the DEI office is going to continue to remain active, the police said. The department will soon reveal an interim director and a nationwide hunt for a permanent successor to Moran's position as planned. So, they got rid of her, but they didn't really. Yeah, it's kind of just like, It's like, look, we're doing something, even though we're not actually doing something. So, kind of business as usual, if I'm being honest. Let's see. Marant initially appointed under ex-police commissioner Danielle Outlaw. That fucking name. Ex-police commissioner Danielle Outlaw. Previously served as chief counsel to the Pennsylvania Human Relations Commission. She holds degrees in finance, human resources, and law from Temple University. Notice how now fucking lacking prior law enforcement experience, Moran's DEI officer role, as outlined by Outlaw. I can't take that seriously. Involved leading the department's DEI initiatives across all levels and developing relevant strategies. Her salary was, and I quote, $170,569. Jesus fuck. This is evidence why it's all a scam. It's all a fucking scam. Back to COVID. Florida Surgeon General warns against using mRNA COVID vaccines over possible cancer risk. Duh. I'm going to say that again. Duh. Florida Surgeon General Dr. Joseph Ladapo is warning against the use of Pfizer and Moderna COVID-19 mRNA vaccine citing cancer concerns. Duh. Oh, apparently he's referencing a Canadian study. I trust this wholeheartedly. Found billions to hundreds of billions of DNA molecules per dose exceeding guidelines set forth by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and the World Health Organization. We covered this a few weeks ago of how they're listing, like what they'll say on the vial and shit, will be like totally out to lunch because they won't be reporting on all this other shit that's in there. You know, it goes unreported and gets tested. And it's like, hey, there's all this different DNA and RNA in it that's not listed on the label. So the people who are taking it are not making informed decisions. And there's a lot of lawsuits going through the system right now, which we covered. Blah, 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 blah. Dr. Ladapo says he fears they will deliver contaminated DNA molecules simultaneously. Yes. DNA integration poses a unique and elevated risk of human health. Yes. If the risk of DNA integration has not been assessed for mRNA COVID-19 vaccines, these vaccines are not appropriate in human beings. It's almost like we've been saying this since day fucking one. He defended the move as scientific revision and felt justified in removing certain data analysis from the original survey. Yeah, this is where I'm a little wishy washy because, like, okay, although I agree with him, cherry picking your data to cherry picking your data is how we got into this mess in the first place. Stop doing that. Stop it. The vaccine from Mo on is not well, blah, 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 going out for like a lot of different cases and examples of, shit going sideways. There's currently no cure for POTS, although exercise, physical activity, and cardiac rehabilitation can be used as treatment. So, you know, uh, shit like all this heart shit, which we covered and we've noticed before, and you know, these gene therapies and stuff are causing a shit ton. I mean, a shit ton of damage to the heart, and all these conditions are like fucking skyrocketing right now. And people are like, "Oh, I wonder if they're related." Herp and herp. According to the CDC, myocarditis is inflammation of the heart muscle, and pericarditis is inflammation of the outer lining of the heart. Yada yada yada. So if you got a vaccine several years ago and you feel fine, you have no problems, you're likely okay. I'm more kind of curious about for long term. It's like, oh, you got the vaccine years ago. Oh, I'm sure you'll be fine. Fast forward to when your body starts breaking down and getting old and stuff, and then suddenly there's resurgence of a lot of these issues. Mark my word, we're going to be hearing this for decades to come. mRNA technology was misused in the COVID pandemic. Our news water is wet. Blah blah blah. Next. Okay, this one's weird. Disturbing. Doctors call for withdrawal of psychiatry textbook promoting gender affirming care. Nearly 170 health professionals have signed an open letter to the American Psychiatric Association condemning the new gender affirming care textbook as unacceptable, unethical, and unsafe. I agree, but you should have piped up. You should have piped up when they were updating and including this shit in the oh fuck, what's it called? The big psychiatric Bible they use. They should have piped up then, and now it's kind of a little too late for these guys. We seek non-biased scientific investigation and discussion on the harms and benefits of all types of care offered by those with gender-related distress. Letter states, until those concerns are addressed, the textbook's errors are corrected. We call the APA for its withdrawal. In 24 hours, more than 700 additional names have been added to the list of signatories. The APA did not immediately respond to requests and comment by the Epoch Times. Let's see. This is kind of like the disgusting part of this gender, gender fluid, alphabet soup textbook. In its 26 chapters are written by 56 authors, 50 of who are either identify as transgender or don't identify as male or female, according to the foreword. So it's like, we made this joke. The joke has been made time and time again, but I will beat this dead horse until it rises as a zombie. The inmates are running the asylum. And this is literally, I mean, literally a textbook example of 56 out of 56, 50 of them are fucked in the head. Okay? That's despite the fact the textbook presents as evidence some studies have come under fire for being flawed. Gee, I wonder why. Other professionals who signed the letter include psychiatrist Miriam Gosman and Az Hakim, both written books denouncing transgender ideology. Good on them. Good on them. Yeah, so one of the crux of the tranny book is that they are continuing to promote the okay, we're going to pump you full of puberty blockers and cut off your tits and dick, and they're still promoting that shit and stuff, even though it's obvious to us. But the lawsuits are roaring through the systems right now of this being the new lobotomy, in that even though it was quote unquote praised for the time and stuff, you know, it's coming out in the wash of, hey, there's a lot of detransitioners right now and they're suing for, medical harm. Funny how that works. And this is a book in question, Gender Affirming Psychiatric Care. Fuck these people. See, we don't have any studies shows this long term beneficial. No shit. And I don't know, it's stuff we covered before, but the fact like a bunch of these yahoos made a textbook that's signed off by the APA is just fucking disgusting. In other clown world news, Sanctuary City, New York sues Texas charter bus companies for $700 million over migrant drop-offs. So, we mentioned before that New York and Chicago and the rest of them were not addressing the issue at hand, in that the migrant crisis at the border. What these brainlets want to do, what these mental midgets want to do, is they want to sue the bus companies that are busing these migrants. Let that sink in. They don't want to solve the problem. They want to make an example of a third party in this entire endeavor. This is fucking retarded. Today, we are taking legal action against 17 companies that have taken part of Texas Governor Abbott's scheme to transport tens of thousands of migrants to New York City in an attempt to overwhelm our social service system. Fuck you. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. According to the lawsuit, the companies have violated New York state law by failing to pay for the costs. Okay, so here's what grind my gears. According to the lawsuit, the companies have violated New York state law by failing to pay for the cost of caring for the migrants, which the city says amounts to $708 million in damages for what's already been spent caring for them. The filing cites New York's law that requires anyone who brings a needy person from out of state for the purposes of making them the state's problem either take them out of the state or support them. So, by this law's logic, the busing companies needs to pony up the money for the lodgings and support of the migrants they're busing in. This is insane. This is batshit insane. Governor Abbott continues to use migrants as political pawns, is not only chaotic and inhumane, but makes clear he puts politics over people. Today's lawsuit should serve as a warning for all those who break the law in this way, said Adams, who's been at war with Texas governor for sending illegal immigrants to the sanctuary city. Meanwhile, staggering footage from Wednesday has shown hundreds of migrants, mostly young men, it's always young men, lining up around the block to shelter in Manhattan. Goodness, look at all those people. Not a single chick or child among them. All military-aged men. Makes you wonder. Wow, room. That was from the other article we read. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Kind of curious how the court system. Okay, here's the thing. The New York court system is fucking rigged as shit. I'm kind of curious if the New York government has the balls to take all these busing companies to court, because I'm sure all the busing companies are going to organize with each other and kick it up the pipeline to the Supreme Court, and I'm kind of curious to see how that will go, because that's the only way it's going to pan out. So, ending off on Tranifesto 2.0. The Associated Press frames LGBTQ school shooter as victim. The Associated Press published an article Thursday claiming the latest school shooter was a victim of bullying. Sure. Yes, really. The shooting at Perry High School in Iowa claimed the life of a sixth grader and injured several others. It quickly emerged that the now deceased shooter, 17-year-old Dylan Butler, had a social media footprint showing he identified as trans non-binary. An anime profile picture, many such cases. According to his Instagram bio, the transgender fluid terrorist who shot up a school in Iowa today, killing one and injuring 5 others, used the pronouns he, they, more trans violence. Ooh, lives a TikTok being savage. About 2 years ago, the transgender fluid terrorist who shot up a school today posted something on Hinge and Instagram. The comment read, "School shooter and schoolers liked it." Oh, good. Reflux. I know you hate trannies as much as I do, but fuck off. Tums, save me. What are the chances he was known to police and long history of mental illness? Many such cases. Yeah. So as all the social media, this subhuman piece of filth is apparently getting scrubbed. So TikTok is getting scrubbed, and everything's getting scrubbed right now. So because again, it doesn't fit the narrative. It's a white male shooter, but it's a gender fluid white male, and that's a protected class now. We can't have the narrative, the message, being ruined by the inconvenient truth. AP published a piece with the headline, "He got tired of bullying. Classmates say of shooter, and detail how Butler had been bullied relentlessly since elementary school for being a little whiny faggot." Of course he got bullied. Duh. AP believes that the trans shooter in Perry deserves our sympathy. No, I don't think I will. Either express sympathy for a child murderer. Fuck these people. The Advocate, a long-running LGBT outlet, asserts the right-wingers are gleeful the shooter may have been LGBT alphabet soup, just because some pointed out that there's a recurrent pattern and clear mental health problem here is being encouraged by media, government, and society in general. You don't fucking say. Yeah, and ending on the lips of TikTok, just saying the obvious. Remember when the mentally ill dude shot up the school in Iowa, and then he turned out to be trans, and the story disappeared? Yes, but we're not going to forget. We still need the rest of the Tranifesto 1.0, and I know for a fact that there has to be a Tranifesto with this guy, a Tranifesto 2.0. Where's that? Get fucking louder crowder on it. And I just fucking ripped through that. Oh, so how's everyone doing? Me, I'm slightly annoyed because it's the weekend, and I swear to God, every weekend the kids are out of school, and the weekend comes along, and they're ripping on their snowmobiles up and down the street. I swear to God, it's fucking annoying. That's my gripe for the week. Doo-doo-doo. 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 I'm gonna play Path of Exile again later, but I don't want to do it on stream anymore because, as I said before, I really don't care for watching gameplay streams. As such, I really don't want to do it myself because I kind of just tune out and veg out. So, I don't know. And I've already said my piece on the Ninja Sanji thing that's going on with Pomu right now. Because it's like reset the clock. Ninja Sanji was doing a fucky wucky. what more there is to say. I have to agree with a couple of I have to agree with a couple of other people on the forum and shit that that I'll be surprised if Ninja Sanji En the branch. I'd be surprised if the branch survives the rest of the year. I'll be legitimately surprised if it does. I'm not really hopeful on that. I too am becoming get off my lawn type. Well, as far as the snowmobiles go, I swear to God, I swear. Okay, here's the thing. I swear to God, all these little shits, they take off the muffler. I swear to God, it's like those assholes with the trucks. They take off the muffler and just fart bang everyone. I swear to God. And it's just like, and it's ripping. They're ripping right up and down the street. And it's just like, motherfucker. And here's how I know. Here's how I know they're ripping off the mufflers because not only are those snowmobiles loud as fuck, louder than what they should be. The instant I poke my head outside, all I can smell is gasoline. It's like I swear to God, they rip off the muffler because I swear to God, all I smell is exhaust, like straight exhaust. And it's just like, fuck. It's like it's not even just like get off my lawn. It's like I want to go out there with my fucking cane and beat them. I'll go to the pharmacy right now and buy a cane just so I can go out and beat them with it. And look at my Twitter feed and see if there's anything worthwhile talking about. List. News. Kids are a protected class now. I disagree. Can't be convicted if they can't find the body. I say as I shut down when I play video games, but now I'm just shutting down reading my Twitter feed, looking for talking points to complain and bitch about. Oh God. Ew. Okay, I gotta show this. Yeah, I gotta show this. Okay, Frank, back in the corner. Let's see. Capture window. Change window to the other one. Gaze. Gaze with thine eyes. Gaze and be horrified by the melanated content before you. They gotta count my chickens in front of me. It's like, bitch, I don't think I'm gonna be getting any chicken wings because they're gonna fucking eat them before they get to the table. Oh God. Something tells me that the waitresses at this particular Hooters are dipping into the product. I won't go even if I get paid. Now, something tells me is that they're losing profit, but I can't put my finger on as to the exact cause for it. Oh god. Ah, fuck. Whatever was in my eyes back again. God, why me? Ah, fuck you. Shakina will get her fake nail lost in someone's order. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, yeah, I might have mentioned this already. I lost a filling a few weeks ago and stuff, and in hindsight, I know exactly when it happened because I was like, oh, that was a crunchy pizza cartilage. In hindsight, it wasn't. But I can imagine like eating out. I don't eat out anymore for cost and quality and stuff. But it's little horror stories like Shakina losing her nail into the thing is just like, yeah, no, just no. Aunt Jemima had to work hooter after getting booted from her syrup. Oh god. Oh, okay. Not this article specifically, but this article reminds me of another article I was going to talk about, but I didn't bother. Okay, so the narrative is insane. Trump organization refutes House Democrat report on Trump finances. So the backstory behind this here is, I shit you not, there was another Trump gotcha report that came out, and I shit you not, the logic this time around was, oh, Russian nationals paid Trump money. Then you ask, okay, how did they pay him money? Well, they stayed at his Trump hotels, and they paid to stay in his hotel. That's how he got the money. It's like, okay, so Russian nationals and other nationals they're trying to throw under the bus, staying at Trump Hotel, paid to stay in the hotel. Uh huh. Okay. But where's the problem? They paid for a transaction of service. But Trump. It's like, but nothing. Fucking dumbass pieces of shit. I don't know. I thought it was kind of weird. It's like, wow, I know they've been scraping the barrel of trying to get Trump at this point and stuff, but saying like, oh, Russians paid to stay at his hotel. Really? That's where you're going with? The Tranifesto 2.0. We just covered that. Okay, what the fuck is with this? Doesn't a Miami cop car showed up to a gang fight at the mall, but people are saying police were actually shooting at a 10-foot tall alien? Okay, you do you, Florida. You do you. Ugh. Why? Why? Not only do you bring your phone, not only do you bring your phone onto a roller coaster, you have it out of your pocket and you're holding it. Okay, fun a fun little story with that. Fun little story. So I forget when this was. Years and years ago, when I was visiting relatives down in Niagara, I went to Niagara Falls because, of course, I was obligated. I haven't been there yet. So I went to Niagara Falls, and I shit you not, I saw three, three people. I walked the entire railing, I walked the entire railing of the Niagara Falls, like, so I walked the entire path and stuff, and I saw three people trying to take selfies and they dropped their phone. 3 people in one day that I saw drop their fucking phones into Niagara Falls. I was like, really? Really? You fuckers just had to get that picture, didn't you? Well, live and learn. I'm going to tell my kids this is the Epstein client list. Oh, God. What the fuck is a ZZM? I feel called out on this one here. It's like, no, that's mine. The X is mine. The X is my letter. Damn it. I mean, have you seen women's phone not scratches? Not scratches are the exception. Yeah, pretty much. They keep dropping them. I am well aware. I think my mom yeah, my mom lost 2 phones to dropping in the toilet. And so it's just like, why? Why? Gojira is now Z Zen. It's over. No, my pronouns are Zen and Lar, followed by Lord of all he surveys. Ooh, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nigga gonna nig. Not the snack cakes, anything but the snack cakes. In hindsight, I should probably make sure the audio's off. Boop. More like Zen Lard. It's like, as I stare at my expanding waistline, I cannot refute this comment. Who's the pupper? Who's the little pupper? California law now covers free sex changes for illegal immigrants because, of course, it fucking does. I forget is the zero hedge the zero hedge sponsored the stream panel with Alex Jones tonight or tomorrow? I forget. This is gonna bug me now. Fuck it. Ugh. Have you heard anything from the media the past few weeks about ongoing farmer protests in Germany? Legitimately not, but I'm aware of all the other ones going on. So just add it to the list. The workers, the real workers, are rising up. You won't hear any communists talking about it, though. A large group of Christian Nigerian women has gathered to protest in front of the palace of the South Adochin, head of Boko's district. They've had enough local administration doing nothing while Islamists, Fulani militias mass murder Christians. Looks like they've had enough. Oh, God bless you, not the bee. Cecil the dog ate $4,000 in cash. His owners recovered most of it, but they had to wait a few days. Oh, God. Ugh. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Beat him. Beat him. Get him. Get him. Man, just run him over. Do the world a favor and just run him over. Let's see who's posting. Oh, Twatter, why do you give me notifications if there's actually no updates? Instead, notifications. Oh, look who's trending. Pomu. Pomu's trending. Pomu and Ninja San. It's kind of funny. Pomu and Ninja Sandy are trending along with Epstein Island. Oh, God. Yeah. Who's tweeting that amp? That's for sure. I still look forward to the day that Amp realize learns. I know we've told her, like I know we literally told her about the Streisand effect, and again I point out that the Streisand effect happened in 2003, which was when she was born. Again, we feel old, but but Amp is going to learn the Streisand effect and not rising up to the bait of showing any you know it's like, hey, you want people to stop poking fun at you? Well, stop giving them material to work with. Just be like, whatever, move on. I shall teach her this one way or another. No matter how many photoshops I have to make of her and eggs, she will learn to ignore. It is for her own good. not gonna lie. The rapid fire egg memes, like those shoops I made. I am really proud of myself just for machine gunning all those ones, and all the fucking egg puns that resulted. Mm, I'm really scraping my mental barrel for other stuff to talk about, but I don't know. I'm kind of done. Crochet is on in about an hour, and I got a couple of chores to go do before she starts streaming. And then you'll get more Clown World news via the Bostonian Fox. So I'm gonna call it here. Thank you all for coming. Take it easy, and I'll catch you later. Peace.